The B-2 Spirit is one of the most advanced aircraft ever made. But what if I told you that this plane has never been used in combat? What's more, it probably never will be used in combat. Why is that? Is it too expensive to use? Is it not powerful enough? Or is there some other reason behind it? Let's dive deeper into this fascinating topic. This is a plane which was designed to penetrate highly defended airspace with low observability or stealth capabilities. It can carry conventional or nuclear payloads and has a flying wing design without any guns, a fact that is not common knowledge. The first flight took place on July 17, 1989. It became fully operational in 1997. It is still the only operational aircraft that uses composite materials as its primary material for the airframe. It was designed by Northrop Grumman for the United States Air Force and is manufactured by Northrop Grumman's subsidiary Northrop Grumman Systems Corporation. The B-2 costs approximately $2 billion each and has an annual maintenance lash cost of $120 million per aircraft. It has a crew of two, a pilot and a navigator, both of whom sit in the same cockpit. Its range is 4,600 miles with payload capacity of up to 27,000 pounds. It cruises at an altitude of between 35,000 and 60,000 feet, with a top speed of 630 miles per hour. However, due to its flying wing design, it cannot exceed Mach 1.05. The service ceiling is 50,000 feet.
The wingspan is 172 feet and 9 inches, and the length is 199 feet and 9 inches.
The wing area is 3,500 square feet, and the empty weight is 49,600 pounds. The maximum takeoff weight is 73,300 pounds. It has two Pratt & Whitney F113 turbofan engines with a bypass ratio of 10:1 and a fuel consumption rate of 12,500 pounds per hour each. Now that we know the technical specifications of this aircraft, let's move on to something more interesting. The question many of you might have in mind right now is, why is the B-2 not used in combat? To understand this, we need to go back in time to the Cold War era. The B-2 was developed during the height of the Cold War, when the Soviet Union was at its peak power. At that time, the U.S. needed a bomber that could penetrate deep into enemy territory despite heavy air defenses. This led to the development of several advanced bomber aircraft such as the B-1B Lancer and the B-52 Stratofortress. However, as the Cold War progressed and technology improved, it became clear that these bombers would not be able to penetrate Soviet airspace undetected. This led to the development of the B-2 Spirit, which was designed to be more stealthy than previous bombers. The B-2 was developed with a flying wing design, which eliminated the need for a fuselage and allowed for better stealth characteristics. Additionally, it was made primarily from composite materials, which reduced its radar cross-section, or RCS, making it even more difficult to detect. However, while these features made the B-2 an excellent platform for penetrating enemy airspace, they also presented some challenges. One of the main challenges was the lack of a traditional fuselage, which made it difficult to carry out some missions such as electronic warfare or the use of certain types of weapons. Additionally, the B-2's stealth features made it difficult to maintain and repair, which led to concerns about its reliability. Despite these challenges, the B-2 was seen as a critical component of the U.S. nuclear triad and production continued. However, as the Cold War came to an end and the Soviet Union collapsed, the need for a long-range penetrating bomber became less pressing. Additionally, the high cost and maintenance requirements of the B-2 made it a less attractive option. As a result, the U.S. Air Force decided to purchase only 21 examples of the B-2, instead of the 100 that had originally been planned. With the end of the Cold War, the need for a bomber that could penetrate heavily defended airspace became less pressing, and the B-2 found itself with few missions. While it was still seen as a valuable asset for certain missions, such as low-level penetration or the suppression of enemy air defenses, it was not needed for most bombing missions. In fact, newer aircraft, such as the B-21 Raider, are being developed specifically for long-range penetrating missions, indicating that the B-2's role in this area is becoming increasingly limited. Moreover, the B-2's stealth features, while useful for penetrating enemy airspace, do not make it invincible. In fact, the aircraft has been involved in several accidents resulting in the loss of aircraft and crew. For example, in 2008, a B-2 crashed in Missouri, killing both crew members. While the cause of the crash was determined to be mechanical failure, it highlighted the risks associated with flying stealth aircraft. Additionally, the B-2's lack of air-to-air capabilities means that it is vulnerable to attack by enemy fighters. While the aircraft is designed to carry air-to-ground weapons, it does not have the ability to engage enemy fighters, making it reliant on other aircraft for air superiority. This vulnerability was highlighted in a 2015 report by the Government Accountability Office, which noted that the B-2 was not designed to operate in contested airspace and would be vulnerable to attacks by fourth and fifth generation fighters. Finally, the B-2's high cost and maintenance requirements have made it a controversial purchase. With a cost per aircraft of around $2 billion, the B-2 is one of the most expensive aircraft ever built. Additionally, the ongoing maintenance costs are high, which has led to concerns about the aircraft's affordability. Some have argued that the money spent on the B-2 would have been better spent on other defense programs, or even converting existing bombers to perform similar missions. In conclusion, the B-2 Spirit is an impressive technological achievement, but it has never been used in combat for a simple reason. It was designed for a specific purpose: penetrating heavily defended airspace during the Cold War, but that purpose no longer exists. Additionally, its high-cost maintenance requirements and lack of air-to-air capabilities make it a less-than-ideal platform for modern warfare. As a result, the B-2 remains a largely symbolic aircraft, representing the cutting edge of American technology, but one that is unlikely to see combat in the near future. What do you think of this aircraft? Let me know in the comments below. Also, did you enjoy this video? If so, please leave a like and consider following for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.